Okay, so I just really want to open this up, and I just really want to point out something. Red Bull and vodka, that is a stupid drink.
What do you mean?
It is a stupid drink. Okay, so Red Bull is an upper.
Yeah.
Vodka is an alcohol, so that's a downer.
Whoa.
Right?
I would have to see the data.
Okay, so in the end, you're pretty much ending where you started. So if you're upping it up, but then you down it, you're neutral.
I see your logic, but you know that's not real.
I'm pretty sure you should just drink water.
No.
Just drink water. You're already ahead of the curve. You're hydrated.
I'm going to have to heavily disagree.
Don't order Red Bull and vodkas is what I'm trying to say.
I think that's a good suggestion.
You just sound like a confused person who wants to party but don't really want to party. Red Bull and vodka is the mullet of drinks.
I don't know about that, man.
You
First
want
of all,
to party, but you're still...
or anything Jack Daniels should be the mullet of drinks. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Equating Red Bull and vodka with water is a miss. Because if you have 5 waters and you have 5 Red Bull and vodkas, you'll be 2 different people. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, less confused.
The water?
Maybe.
It depends on what you're...
It
depends on what you're confused about. Because I get pretty passionate.
I feel like you're confused about you don't know what to drink. You know, like, I'm going to order a Red Bull because I want to party all night because I'm young and I'm hip.
What's the
but
default,
I'm also going to order a vodka because I'm also classy and just kind of want to chill.
What's the default girl drink?
Cosmopolitan?
Cosmopolitan?
Or no. As of late, what do you normally drink? No, not margarita. Before that, it was
Yeah, you have one son
tonic.
and all of a sudden you're paisa margarita out?
It was a tonic and vodka. Vodka soda with a couple of limes.
You know what? I had vodka soda for a year.
Vodka waters.
See, I had vodka soda for a year thinking that it was like a vodka water. Like, yeah, I'm trying not to drink soda. I just thought it was soda water. No, there's still sugar and everything in soda. I was completely amiss, so I just went back to heroin.
The Social Nuisance Podcast.
Oh shit! Okay, bitches, you guys are gonna be mind blown.
Oh, we're going to Pound Town. We're going to Pound Town.
Yeah!
They're podcasting.
We're podcasting right now.
Social nuisance.
Social Nuisance Podcast. How you guys doing? My name is Magin.
He's a badass motherfucker.
Social Nuisance!
Oh yeah, what the fuck is up?
Yeah, Social Nuisance Podcast. What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? All right, hello and welcome to the Social Nuisance Podcast, our weekly discussion of all things current, requiring further insight, opinions, questions, and otherwise kick-in-your-face perspectives towards the betterment of humanity. Subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening, and get in on the discussions by liking our Facebook page and following us on Instagram. I wish I could edit out that line because I fucked that up.
Do it again. Run it back.
Nah, man.
But don't edit it out.
There's only big pens on this show. No number 2 pencils.
All right.
Cool.
Well, write it again.
My name's Imagine.
Motion.
Joining me as always, Motion. He is the man who eats his burgers on the coffee table.
I guess.
Why?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know
You
why
tell me.
coffee tables are separate, like existing tables on their own.
Because it's a small table. For example, last night I was watching Netflix and I had a cup of coffee with me and I didn't need to sit at the table with it. I just wanted to sit on the couch with my coffee, but that bitch is hot. So I need to put it down.
Yeah, but you could...
Voila. There was a coffee table.
See? I thought coffee tables were for books.
Oh, I used to put books on them.
Yeah?
Yeah. But then they got in the way of my coffee. So
I think at one point in my life, I had a coffee table I was proud of. Like, it was dope. I think I painted like a Sacred Heart or something. I think my little sister has it now. But tables are tables to me, bro. You know what I call tables? Once you have more than one kid, or you manage, I know you manage people, but you manage more of like either warehouse or a building business where people build shit, like
right.
hands, instead of customer service management.
Yeah.
You'll notice tables become flat surfaces. And if you're the manager, flat surfaces are the enemy. So like more tables in my house, kids just put shit on them.
Yeah.
And then walk away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like anti-flat surface, bro.
Yeah. Our dining room table at my home is kind of like that currently.
It's your guys' spot.
Yeah. Yeah. We walk in, we put down, grocery bags and, laundry, the baby, stuff we just don't want to address at the moment.
Do you not define the baby? Is that why I'm always sat at that table? Do you not define whatever table your coffee is on as your coffee table?
No.
No?
No.
Just the coffee table?
My coffee table is specifically there for my coffee.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What about your feet? You ever put your feet up on it?
It's not in front of me, so it's not. I would.
Oh, it's off to the side?
It's off to the side. Currently, it's where our iPod
Your guys'
podcast is currently taking place.
Your guys'
Wow.
couch is really comfortable.
It is super comfortable.
But one time the dog was gonna lay with me on it, and I was like, I don't know the rules here.
Yeah,
so I
it'll
laid on the floor with the dog.
Good call.
Yeah, but then I came up looking like Wilfred. So much hair on me.
So much on it. How was your week, man?
It was good, brother.
We're recovering from our first video podcast.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. I mean, I love the product. Not to knock the guys.
Yeah. Productive Culture is who we partnered with, and they did a fantastic job. So shout out them. I think we might be able to work with them in the future again.
I hope so.
Yeah. Overall came out pretty cool. We got a lot of good feedback. People really enjoyed watching the show. They were disappointed by our appearance.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Fuck them. In this new age.
Yeah. Mostly our wives. They tuned in like, oh, right, shit, that is what they look like.
I thought there were some.
Fuck.
I thought people were supposed to be more open to looks. I felt like Tyra Banks.
Yeah, I thought there was a face for radio, but on podcast, you get a pass.
Yeah.
No, people still hate us.
Two things I wasn't ready for. I know we went and checked out the spot and everything. I thought it was gonna be comfortable.
Yep.
But when all the lights were on,
Yeah.
oh, dude, I freaked out.
Spotlight wasn't ready.
Dude.
Got to be ready in this game.
I was trying to follow with topics, but simultaneously I was thinking of alibis. Because that's how I felt.
Who do you work for?
I was like, November 23rd, I think I will. Shit, I don't know. But
You just got to go the O.J. Simpson route.
dude,
I do not recall.
You know what? You're a high-level performer.
Sometimes.
Do you get the nerves before stage or?
I always get nerves whenever there's a camera
Yeah.
there. Like you live your life, but the moment there's a camera in your face, everything changes.
Yeah, dude, that's why
reality just changes.
I thought it was gonna be cool, and then when I watched it, I looked more nervous than. And I was pretty fucking nervous.
I thought it was cool. Let us know if you enjoyed them, and we'll keep doing them. I enjoyed them.
I enjoyed
I
it.
thought it was cool. I felt like fucking Jimmy Fallon for a little while. For Tonight Showish.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I think that's not really our style. So we'll probably adjust that in the future.
It was hard
but
to be
cool.
far. Normally, I play footsies with you the whole time.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult.
And I was just swinging them like Kevin
felt-
Hart in a bar stool.
It felt cold. It felt cold.
But it was dope as fuck.
I enjoyed it very much and looking forward to doing the next one, hopefully soon. How was your week? Was good. You went to Vegas, right?
Yeah, we went to Vegas.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday. I forgot about that.
Man, yeah.
Thanks,
Happy
man.
birthday.
Thanks, man.
How'd it go?
It was cool, dude. We had fun. The one dope thing about it was we went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we told the kids we're coming home Friday. But I had booked another room at another hotel for Friday, Saturday. So I made them pack up and everything. We're like, all right, goodbye, Vegas. And it was literally 2 hotels down. Yeah, get out. All right, get the fuck back out. We're going swimming.
Encore.
But it was fun. It was a simple. I actually spend less money when we have the kids,
Oh,
but
because
drink a lot more.
you're practicing your nose. Dad, can we? No. Dad, can we? No.
You know what it is about kids? When they say they want something or that they want to do something, they really just want you to know they want it. So if you take that for what it's worth, like, Dad, can I? Or I really want the can I thing. Yeah, you gotta say no. But they go, I really want that. Like, oh, that's cool. And you just keep going.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Put that one in your satchel.
Absolutely.
What about you, brother? How was your week?
Weekend was cool. We went to San Diego for my first wedding anniversary.
I was just gonna say, with every birthday of mine that passes, an important date passes for you guys as well.
Yes. Our wedding anniversary was officially this past Monday, the 20th of May. We went to San Diego on the weekend because that's the only time people are available to watch the baby. So it was nice. I mean, San Diego was cool. Really enjoyed it.
Where'd you guys stay, or what area?
Little Italy.
Little Italy. I love
Little
it there.
Italy was cool.
Did you go to any Italian restaurants?
No. We went to this thing called Taco Fest, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Everything was cool until I looked down at a lot of people, San Diegans.
Uh-huh.
They love their flip flops, which
Yeah.
is great. Love
do.
your flip flops.
But
your
did you-
chanclas, as we call them, out in the Mexicanness within me. But I just had one grievance with the flip flops.
What's that?
If you're gonna wear flip flops, they have to be accompanied by shorts. If you're wearing pants,
You can't wear the cool tore up jeans at the bottom.
if you're wearing pants, just put on some fucking shoes, man.
You think so?
You can't. You have the t-shirt. You got the jeans. You look like you were just getting ready to go to leave, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just putting flip flops, and you
Yeah.
just walk out the door. Just put on some fucking shoes.
Asians get a pass though, right?
No one gets a pass.
Asians don't.
No one gets a pass.
They got a flip flop for their living room, a flip flop for their hallway, a flip flop for their bathroom, a flip flop for the stairs, a flip flop for the hallway above the stairs, a flip flop for right before the bedroom.
So they have flip flops for their pants?
Every fucking wear, dude.
No. If you're wearing pants, you cannot wear flip flops.
Did you notice the sidewalks of San Diego?
Fucking rule. No.
They're the most fucked up sidewalks in America.
There was construction taking place near our hotel.
They all look like tectonic plates. And they do the little 2 foot by 2 foot square instead of just paving a walkway.
Yeah.
They just do those squares stamped, and they're all like the Sierra Leone.
Well, I like to, have an adventure walking down the street.
What I noticed about San Diego is like very few people are from San Diego.
That's kind of a lot like Los Angeles. And as we went out as well, we had a good time in San Diego. What I realized was, A, I hate people.
Yes.
B, I love my wife.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We went out. We had a good time in the Gaslamp District, and we went drinking, bar hopping. Everything was cool until, the whole Thanos thought just happened in my head. I'm like,
You mean
this
you
place,
snap?
things would be a lot cooler with less people.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. So
would be.
The more and more I think about it, Thanos, I understand.
He was onto something. Huh?
He's onto something. Not to say I would just clear out 50% of the universe.
Why not?
I would do a questionnaire. I would make myself a questionnaire of who I want to stay, and I guarantee you, people that wear flip flops with pairs of pants are gone. They are not staying.
Let me pose a scenario to you, okay?
Go.
How many of these said surveys would it take? Imagine the worst response.
Yeah.
Okay, across the board. How many in a row before you're like, nope, fuck it, 50%, Bobby was right?
Once I start going through it, and
I'm thinking if like the first 6 surveys are bad, you're like, I'm not reading these other million. I'm not.
No, not a questionnaire that they have to fill out.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm going to make myself a questionnaire of like flip-flop wearers. Okay. But then they wear pants. Snapped. They're gone. They're out. So I understand. Thanos, I totally understand why he just wanted to get rid of people. But I'm not totally heartless. I would make myself a questionnaire of like who's going to stay and who's going to go.
What was the best moment from San Diego? Was there something that stands out?
Going back to the hotel room after realizing I hate everybody.
You know what?
And just laying in my underwear with my wife watching Star Wars.
Dude,
that was a
remember
fucking
my
true story. It was
vacation
awesome.
advice?
What's that?
You're on vacation, you wear a towel, bro. You walk around that fucking room in a towel. That's how you know you're on vacation.
Oh.
So try that next time. It's just more freeing.
I do that at home, so
Oh, I can't do that at home.
I had to switch it up.
Haters. San Diego to me is a gem, but it's got too much notoriety.
Yeah.
And there's way too many people there that aren't from there and don't appreciate it that way anymore. Like, because when I was little, my dad lived in San Diego.
I feel like that way just like with Earth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just...
It's a cool place. I feel like everyone, it was cool, but then people started to move in, and now not so much.
I don't know, man. I like Wi-Fi.
The other thing that happened while we were in San Diego, we went to the hotel bar, and as we were eating the appetizer and having a couple of drinks, there were a couple of servers and a host, one of the two. They were there, and they were just grieving about their job.
Oh,
they were sitting right next to us at the bar.
That, dude.
And this one little girl, she was just fucking talking mad shit about people that don't tip. So because of her, I didn't tip. Because I was like...
She your server?
No.
Oh.
No. It's a team. One person goes down, the whole team's going down. So the guy who was serving us, who also had shitty service, I did not tip him.
Yeah.
Because he did not participate and say, hey, yo, like, there's people right next to you giving you money to keep you employed.
Well, you're affecting their experience.
Yeah. I was super just like, I mean, normally I'm not like bugged by people, but the fact that she could just run her mouth thinking that there could be no consequence to it bugged me. I wanted just to jump in and be like, what would Motion do? He'd probably say some shit to stir the pot.
Just tell her go home.
Well,
go home. Like,
yeah.
Or I would say, excuse me, I'm having, my anniversary dinner here.
Yeah.
You guys are like affecting our experience. I always, like I said, I give people the one chance where I'm like firm, but
Yeah.
But I think, because remember I told you, people will be as dickish as the world will allow.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Black Iron Gate.
And that's true. So I really wanted to say something, but I feel like saying something would have just brought more negative energy. Cause I think she was just being ignorant and just stupid, not aware, which is to no fault of her.
Did you talk to anybody at the hotel?
About the experience?
Yeah.
No.
You know what? For every negative experience that I report, I report 5 good ones. Because I know we live in a world where there's very few positive Yelp reports. And I'm not talking about Yelp, but like We
Just
got
in
to
general,
Vegas.
yeah.
We got there like 9 a.m. They gave us the room. Check-in's not till 3.
Yeah.
They valeted the car. They were cool with the dog. Entertained the kids. Like, it was a great experience. So I called the casino manager and reported each person by name.
Nice.
The valet person who took the car was this person. They were awesome. You know what I mean?
That provides some leverage too. Not leverage, but it's leveled.
I think that gives me a justification that when I meet someone like who you met,
Yeah.
to like fucking ream them.
Yeah.
But I'm not into the cost being your job. So like I said, I would go at her with it.
Yeah, I don't want you to be fired. I just want you to be smarter. Just have a little more empathy of like, yo, maybe
don't affect my experience that way.
Yeah. I just felt like I'm not going to tip you. So here's the thing. So Daisy, she was present, of course. She saw it go down and she saw how hard I was biting my tongue. And I did not want to tip them. So I didn't. But as we were leaving, Daisy still felt that we should have tipped them.
Yeah.
So my question to her was like, at what point do you not tip them? Like, what does it take for someone in the service industry to not be tipped by you?
So, well, Daisy's got an empathetic bone in her body because she was in the service industry for so long, right?
True. And I get that. But again,
what was her answer?
she'd always leave the tip.
Always?
She would always
no
leave
matter
the
how
tip.
bad?
Yeah. If it was bad service, she was like,
What if some
I would
girl-
leave 10%.
What if some girl tried to suck your dick in front of her? Like some waitress was just like, oh my God, imagine I'm a huge fan. I love the podcast. Can I meet Motion? If not, I'm going to hand job you right here. And then you just hear the tip. Would you still tip her?
Probably 5%. 5% is what she's going to get. Because she's always going to tip. And I feel like that at what point in time, like, your job is to serve and your service sucks.
I think
and a tip is optional.
if I get to the point where in my head I'm debating not tipping, I would walk out on the meal as in not pay for it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even, I would like, hey, dude, I'm done with this experience. You know, how much do I owe you? I guess I wouldn't tip in that scenario.
Yeah.
But it would have to be me, like, I'm leaving.
I want to be out of this
I'm
situation.
out of here. Yeah, because I, like you said, about affecting the energy or creating more negative energy.
Yeah.
I am very sensitive to energy.
Yeah.
It's the most bitch made thing about me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I can't be around someone's negative energy.
Yeah, I was done. I got we were
And
eating the
that was
appetizer.
your hotel,
Yeah.
so you guys couldn't enjoy that.
Yeah, and we were given by the front desk a little like fucking homemade coupon by the hotel
drink
for
card.
a free appetizer, and we gave it to the server, the bartender, and he was like, "Oh, I don't even know if this is ours. It's not even our. There's no notation of the hotel being."
Are you serious?
I was like, "This is provided for the front desk." Yeah, no, we
So they didn't honor it.
no. So they still
Okay,
charge.
yeah,
us.
I wouldn't have.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck all you guys, man. I'm just so over it.
So
like,
did Daisy go behind you and leave a tip?
no, I.
Okay,
so the
You had to hit her though, right?
so the girl that was talking mad shit, she was like, "Oh, you know what I fucking hate? When people don't leave tips and they put an X on where the tip goes, so they exit out."
So she hates the opportunity to not steal.
Exactly. So I do that all the time because I don't want someone to be like, "Man,
Yeah.
I'm going to take an extra $1." No, you're
Or
not.
an extra zero.
Yeah. So I'm going to not allow that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I exit out. So this particular time, I exited out specifically the same way that she described it.
Yeah.
So she knows.
Did you write like this around?
I wanted to write some more shit, but again, I just didn't want to provide that negative energy because again, if she's just being stupid and ignorant, then
Yeah, dude. But
she
if somebody,
already has a hard life enough
if
being
somebody
stupid and ignorant.
declares a petty war, dude, you got to win that war.
I would. So here, Daisy's still present. She's still here. Daisy, next time that happens, do I have permission to just be petty as fuck?
Well, she did marry you,
Can
not
I
me.
can I mix that up? Can I do that?
Try it once. See how it feels.
Okay.
If you don't like it, promise her you'll never do it again.
Oh, that's good.
You
Is
know what
that-
I mean?
Is that agreeable?
It's like anal.
She said yes.
Just give it a shot.
She said yes to both. What?
I heard that. She did nod more than once.
She nodded a couple times. She was even smiling. So that was my kind of deal. Like if you are in the service industry, you need to understand that tipping is optional. And if you're upset that you live off tips, tips are super important. I totally get it. Daisy has explained that.
It's still
To me.
earned.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. You work hard, you get shitty hourly wage, if at all, and you live off your tips. But if you're upset that is how your job works, your grievance is with
Yourself.
yourself, but your employer. You need to work with your coworkers to go to your employer and say, "Yo, we don't want to do that anymore. And the employer will either say, you're right, and make changes, or say, get the fuck out, or I'll hire someone who does.
You were hired for the job you applied for.
Right. So if you're upset that you're not getting tips, that's not my problem. As the consumer, that's not my problem.
Now that I've had...
If you earned your tip, I'm going to give you a tip. But if you did not earn your tip, I'm not going to give you a tip. I don't feel sorry for it.
No, you shouldn't. Now that I've had time to think about it, I think I would have teed off in that situation. I would have been livid because it's obviously a culture there of disrespect for the customer. If the whole team is sitting there shitting on customers.
And I know they were talking mad shit about me as soon as I left.
Yeah, that
I know for a fact.
What's that hotel, dude? What's the name of the hotel?
It was the Porta Vista Hotel. However, shout out the person. I think it was probably the general manager at the front desk when we first got there.
They gave you the fake coupon?
Yeah, they gave us the fake coupon. She upgraded us to a suite.
Oh, so
shout out.
She needs to become bar manager.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder how many...
It was the Glass Door restaurants in San Diego at the Porta Vista Hotel.
The Glass Door restaurant?
Yeah.
Fuck the Glass Door
let
restaurant.
them know.
And that short little bitch with attitude.
Yeah. Don't tip them. Tipping. So that's what I wanted to get at with tipping. It was just not cool.
If someone has a bad attitude... Like, okay, so for me, I'm aware too often that I'm a heterosexual white male in a world... Where,
what?
Yeah, right. Okay, in case you never looked at our picture before.
If you haven't seen the video.
We have social media.
What?
The dude following our page said he didn't have an idea of my image. It's in the fucking profile picture, bro.
That's true.
Anyways, so like if I get somebody who's a combination, not one, if you're a minority by one thing, you don't win shit from me. But if you're a combination of like if you're a black gay dude, like I give you 20 minutes to hate me. And if I haven't won you in those 20 minutes, now we actually have a problem. But like, I get why certain people wouldn't want to serve me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I try to break through that.
Based on your appearance?
Yeah, based on my appearance. I give them that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
yeah, as a minority, I kind of don't.
I give that across
like
the board at all times. But if after 20, or if you affect my kids, if you don't like the way I look, but you're not being 100% to my children, then we'll have issues.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You got to be cool with the kids.
But those people, even if we make it through the meal and they had a bad attitude, I overly tip. One, I want them to remember me. But two, I want to beat that stereotype. But unfortunately, there's way more shitty white people behind me reinforcing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's also shitty minorities. One of them being Vicente Fernandez.
Oh, I hate him. I've hated him forever.
Really?
Yeah.
He is like fucking Mexican
why
Elvis.
No, he's not. You know why? To Mexican Americans, not in Mexico. You know why he
touche.
never cleaned up water?
Why he never what?
Cleaned up water.
Why he never
in Mexico
cleaned up water?
He was the president of Mexico, and why he never
not Vicente Fox.
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Yeah, fuck him too for having similar names. My bad. Tell the story.
I forget. He's like the Mexican Elvis, not the president. That's Vicente Fox.
I thought you were just talking about on a famous level.
No.
Embarrassing. Edit that out with that first line.
Nope. This guy, he's like the Mexican Elvis. We don't know. Just Google him and search him in YouTube, and I'm sure one of those songs that you get drunk to will pop right up.
Unless you're a shitty white person.
Yep. He refused a liver transplant, stating that they wanted to give me some other man's liver, and I told him I'm not going to sleep next to my wife with another man's liver. I don't even know if he was homosexual or an addict.
First of all, you need a new liver because you drink a bottle of tequila on every show, every night for your whole life.
Yeah.
That's addict.
Vicente, do what you want, man. It's totally fine. If that's how you feel, cool. But it just goes with acknowledgement of fuck you, sir, for just having that type of ignorance. That's not how fucking transplants work.
You don't know that. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll take a gay man's liver.
I wouldn't, because I think he'd live a better life than me, and I feel like I shortchanged the gay man. Do we know any other? Was this in America? Was this in Mexico? How did it end? Did he end up getting a liver?
So he said that he received a medical treatment of some other kind years down the line, and he was cured, I guess.
Oh, so this is an old.
Yeah, so
he's revisiting something.
It was recently brought to light. So when they were talking about how he overcame that challenge in his life, this came up, and so now it's going around, and it's kind of like everyone likes this guy. You know, he's again the Mexican Elvis, and they hold him up in such high regard. But at that point, you need to remind yourself, like, separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
And Vicente, the person, the man, go fuck yourself. But when I drink my tequila tonight, I will be playing your music full blast.
You won't.
And crying.
Moral stance being that he wouldn't lay.
That's one, right?
That he wouldn't lay with his woman with another man. Like, honestly, dude, you know, machismo culture. Like, you've cheated on that poor lady so
Machismo
fucking
culture.
much.
That's funny.
Come on, dude. You're a rock star. You're the Elvis of Mexico.
Is there someone you wouldn't take a transplant from?
Life or death?
Life or death?
Yeah, a good, God-fearing, healthy person.
Well, I mean, I'm presumably if
Or someone died.
Someone died. I mean, the transplant's already there. The liver's just sitting there.
I think once you have children, you owe it. No, I don't think. I can't imagine there's somebody that already died.
Yep, they're already dead.
But
if it came from this person,
I would like to think, if I could pick, I kind of would have wanted Hitler's dick. I don't know how he got the balls to do that. Not the killing Jews part, but like the public speaking.
Yeah.
And like the riling up of millions of impoverished people and somehow making them one of the richest. It had to come from his dick, right? Maybe he had the H in dick. Remember when we added the H in dick? We forgot about that. His dick.
I remember that.
No, I can't. Why would you not take
I can't think of anyone that I wouldn't take a transplant from. I mean, if it's not going to harm
Donald
me.
Trump's liver?
Absolutely. Especially if it means if he's fucking dead.
Maybe his dick too.
Let's be real. I'm not trying to threaten the president, but there are some people in this world you can do without. And especially being all Thanos right now.
Well,
I have no problem saying the world would be a lot better off without Donald Trump.
I would like to say that he's been a blessing in disguise since I've been trying to work on a comedy career. But no, I actually don't do Donald Trump jokes. I think it's too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, like, I'm just back on Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Again, do what you want, man.
Exactly. Like,
those are the views you want to hold.
Don't die.
Cool.
It's on you, bro.
It's on you.
But
I'm personally okay with you. You made the record. I listened to the record. Don't need you anymore.
You know what's so like? Artists are
I have
so
a Walkman.
Fucking. They're like important, but not important. Okay, like your art.
The art is important.
No, not even necessarily, because like, think of who's musician-wise, who's the biggest affecting artist? Not right now, but like in your lifetime, who's
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay, Jimi
Kurt
Hendrix.
Cobain.
Okay, Kurt Cobain. Like, would the world really be that different without them?
Would the world be that much more different?
They're not like an
without
engineer
them?
that developed or built something that the world, like automobile, you know, like
I see what you're saying.
the art.
I see what you're
It's
saying.
important. Obviously, Kurt Cobain's art has touched millions of lives, but also like,
Well, yeah. I mean, you could say that with anything, even with like engineering things.
no, dude.
We'd figure it out.
No, well, then that person would get the credit.
Yeah.
The fucked up thing is we don't know any engineers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't
Not
even
a
spell
single
I
one.
can't even spell engineer. I told there'd be no math. Anyways,
You gotta.
so
I'm gonna start telling you that.
moving forward with
Onward?
diversity, whatever. Diversity, minority, so on and so forth. Recently, the College Board has been testing a tool that could give millions of students who take the SATs every year a score measuring their economic hardships and other disadvantages. This would assist colleges in taking into account the strength, resilience, and resourcefulness of students provided by their backgrounds. So it's like, oh, well, DeAndre, he survived a drive-by. Extra 5 points to DeAndre.
Mm-hmm.
Little Juan survived a history of domestic abuse.
You're
10
laying it
points.
on thick right now, bro.
So I'm just saying, like, that's what they're trying to really saying. Like, if you had a hard upbringing, then you get extra points for working past that when your SATs come through.
So, like, the Asian stereotype that they're incredibly smart, come from well-developed and strict families in good homes would work against them?
Yeah, but, you know, Jennifer, she had, like, a tiger mom, so
Yeah,
she
but-
gets an extra 10 points.
A tiger mom?
Yeah, you heard of that? Or dragon mom?
No, what are those?
Like, the overbearing Asian mom?
See, sometimes when you say...
It's a stereotype.
When the world
I'm not even
brings-
trying to, like, entertain it. I'm
I get
just saying
that.
that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the world brings me words like that, I wish I was still single. Tiger mom sounds like something I want to fuck. No, but like the other thing that it does, I always see the other side of it when it comes to like these types of things. Like the Dream Act, I always felt like it's like, okay, well, let's get your current address, name, information, picture. You know, like I didn't think, I was like, this is, to me, just, they're reclassifying everybody. And now they're going to have all, to me, this is the same thing. They're like, yeah, okay, so it's starting to get a little fishy to tell if you're urban.
Yeah.
So this will fucking tell the colleges, and then we get to decide if we want a black college or not.
True. The environmental context dashboard includes information about students' high schools, including the rate of teens who receive free or reduced lunch, and their home life and neighborhoods, such as average family income, educational attainment, house stability, and crime. However, race is not considered.
Oh, okay.
So
but
race
if you went
is
to
not a
Martin Luther
factor.
King High School, we know what race you are, bro.
You're probably that 1% Caucasian. Right?
Yeah, if you went to Cesar Chavez High,
Yeah.
we know what race you are. I get and I like the argument behind it that they're trying to measure resiliency, but
Initially, the fact that they were measuring adversity, it kind of struck me the wrong way. But the more I thought about it, I was like, this is actually kind of cool. Theoretically, it sounds like a beneficial consideration to assist with minorities to demonstrate things that they can't learn from a book. I mean, you grow up in a hard knock life. You have street smarts, and this is a way of scoring street smart in a sense. And I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, but you're hurting people. You're deducting people for lives that they didn't live. At 17 years old, I didn't get to decide if I was going to live a street smart life or not. So why, if I grew up in a great home, did well in school, did everything I was supposed to do, does somebody get bonus points on me?
Because they went through some fucked up shit.
What does that have to do with me? You should create a criteria of itinerary that qualifies people and then take people that qualify.
I agree. And I think that's why, currently, when you think of like affirmative action, it's just, hey, whoever's fucking smart should be in this school. It should be like that, period.
Yeah,
but clearly it's not, because you have like legacy households of like, my father's father went to Stanford, so of course my son's son is going to Stanford.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they should make a defined set of rules and guidelines, and not only do the people who qualify get in, but the first 5,000 or whatever the limit is that apply
Get a free
get
shopping
in.
bag. Oh, no.
No, yeah. Or maybe, I don't know if they need shopping for all those credit card applications they fill out outside.
Yeah.
That should be illegal. That's going to be my new quote. I'm going to make sure I get one of those in every episode. That should be illegal. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's fucked up, dude, because you're actually punishing other people for decisions they didn't get to make. And that's beyond their control.
In the same sense that you have legacy families that go to a particular school, and because I am not part of such a legacy, I'm automatically not going to have that extra space going to Stanford or Yale or Georgetown.
But you enjoy all the benefits those legacy families provide those universities.
What benefits?
All the
money?
millions of, yes. That's why they're superior institutions. And that's why they want their children to go there as well. And then those 2 to maybe, what do you think? It's 100 legacy families at any one university. I think that's a really high number. To cut off the thousands of kids who just, the parents raised them right?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Fuck money is what I'm trying to say.
No, but
I get money makes the world go round, and it drives innovation and stuff like that.
We should change the name of the show to The Fringe, because you're defending the very small fringe. You're attacking, like I said, the maybe 100 legacy families at an Ivy League university to disqualify the thousands of students who their parents just raised them in good areas, busted their ass, kept them out of trouble, make sure they went to better schools, paid the higher property tax, and those children are not going to get the benefits of the children who had to work through their parents. And that's fucked up. That's not their choice. They didn't make that choice. They didn't make that decision to go to a better high school. Their parents just worked harder to provide them these opportunities.
Did they work harder?
Yes, absolutely. You know what property taxes in Eastvale compared to other cities around it?
Yeah, I can understand that. But
So you work harder to pay those taxes. What do you mean? How can you tell somebody who's second generation Asian immigrant that their parents didn't bust their fucking ass to get them in a good neighborhood, somewhere safe, to go to good schools so they could focus on work, because they did everything they could do so their child could become a doctor.
Yeah.
But now they're getting docked because they didn't go to Martin Luther King High School.
No. I don't think it would affect those families.
No, it won't. It's going to affect other children who didn't do as their parents didn't do as well. It's affecting them. It's giving them bonus points over these children.
I think it's giving bonus points to illustrate, again, the resilience of being able to live a difficult life and still come out on top in education, where it's clearly not held in such high regard because you don't see a certain level of success within those areas. So again, this adversity score, I think, could be beneficial to even the playing field.
But what about the people who aren't rich families and aren't poor families? What about
The middle class?
Yeah, what about all those kids?
The middle class, they too can also have. I mean, I was middle class and I had school lunch, reduced lunch. I experienced that. Home life, not great at times.
I must not
Average
be
family
articulating
income.
my point, because what I'm saying is I think
Educational attainment. I mean, I was definitely part of the middle class, and I think I would benefit from stuff like this adversity score, to help me even the playing field against someone who had a plethora of opportunity as they came up, and now they're going into these Ivy League schools.
okay.
Fantastic. I get your point, but at the same time, I think this could be a stepping stone in the right direction. But then again, I don't know. I mean, fucking when you start grading things that are usually not gradable on paper, there's a lot of gray area in that could be, misinterpreted.
Well, I mean, we just found out about this huge SAT scam,
Oh, right.
and now you're like, oh, the SAT is going to do more for us.
No, well, they're going to do more against people that do shit like that.
No,
If they
but
had the
they're
money to-
also going to be doing stuff against people who are nowhere near that range. That's like a 1% thing.
What?
Those people, the Aunt Becky,
Yeah.
they're a part of the 1% of the country.
Yeah.
There's also this huge percentage of people that don't grow up in fucked up neighborhoods,
Yeah.
that don't have the money to buy their kids into to universities.
But this
those
stuff
kids
is-
are going to lose to both other sides that you're speaking of.
Thinking,
They're going to lose
buffering,
to the 1%,
buffering.
and then they're going to lose to the people that get all these bonus points
I would
have nothing to do with their level of intelligence.
I think that same argument can be made for like social welfare.
But I'm
With-
making
with
it
the middle,
right here.
I know, with the middle class, where again gets fucked over because they're not poor enough, but they're not rich enough.
So we agree it's fucking a lot of people over.
I think you're going to get fucked over in a lot of ways, but I think this is taking action in trying to provide a solution. And I think people from the middle class can take advantage of something like this. If they do well within school, they have the scores, they have the good performance,
But somebody grew up in a worse neighborhood gets their spot.
potentially.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I'm not totally against
qualified
that.
person.
I'm not totally against that. I think some of the stuff that you can't learn in a book is just as valuable as things that you can learn in school.
Yeah, but in certain applications and in a university classroom, there's a certain set of tools that work best, and that would be the book smarts. What is
Yes.
You're gonna be street smart at a university, but you kick someone out that was actually gonna become a civil engineer?
Well, the person who no, because if you're looking at two people that scored the exact same SAT score,
Yeah.
you have middle class person who is your example is going to get fucked over versus someone from a
Just say poor.
poor location.
I'm not saying they got the same score.
I'm saying
this person got 10 points less, but they got 15 bonus points. So they beat them by 5 points.
I'm not sure if it's going to play out that way. I think the SAT score is supreme, but when you have it equal, then the person with the adversity score will give them the leg up. In that scenario, I'm okay with it. If adversity score comes in less than middle class person who scored higher, then middle class person who scored higher should be rewarded because they scored higher. That's where I'm at. If it's even and then the adversity score comes into play, then I think the adversity score should be taken into consideration, but not outweigh what's performed in school, because that's the whole point. You got to perform in school.
Well, that's you just 180'd what you said.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because the way you perform in school is the only thing you should be judged on when you're applying for a school.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, if it's equal to that performance of someone from a poorer neighborhood, then the adversity score should come into play.
I don't know. But the equal score across the board, because you'll have high school grades, you have report cards, they go down to junior high.
Yeah.
I mean, that, again, is a fringe topic. I'm talking about someone who lost to the adversity score but had the book smarts. I think that's going to be a more common occurrence. Or else why give bonus points for shit? And then even then, is that not fair? If we're always talking about equality and fairness,
Yeah.
isn't it fair that we both made it or we both didn't make it? How could someone that did the exact same shit with me on the criteria where it applies get a spot that I don't get? They did the same. We got the same SAT score. You measured our intelligence. We got the exact same measurement, but you're giving it to them because their parents didn't work as hard as my parents?
Not because the parents worked as hard as your parents. I'm saying that growing up in a more difficult life situation, you acquire a particular mindset and skill set that you wouldn't have any more comfortable and lavish.
But how does that apply in a university classroom?
You're hungry. When I went into my college classrooms and I saw people that were handed their upbringings versus someone like myself who didn't have as much as others, I was hungrier.
Think so?
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt, I was hungrier. I was hungrier for what I didn't have, and I was hungrier for what I wanted than those who performed just as well on a test as I did, but didn't have that view of the world.
I would like to say I feel the same way, but I didn't finish. So
I didn't finish either because I got fucking tired of school because it was stupid.
we weren't as hungry as we think we were.
Not for the carrot that they were holding at the end of that stick. The education that I craved, they were not providing. There was no... The education that I experienced was how to take a test. How to take a test, how to pass a test.
Yeah.
Here's information. Learn it, memorize it, regurgitate it on a test form. Congratulations, you passed your test. You're now officially, quote unquote, smart. Where I was looking for was what we're doing on this show. And that's driving a debate, driving a conversation, driving a discussion, exchanging of ideas.
So you were in the wrong place.
Not. Oh, absolutely. Apparently I did belong in a university. But before I can get to the university, I need to get this fucking piece of paper that said, oh, I can regurgitate information. And I said, no, I'm off that hamster wheel. So I did not finish college.
I'm off this one. I just think that if you're going to be a mechanic, you should qualify as a mechanic.
Yeah.
And somebody who lived near less cars shouldn't get a head start because they're like, well, they had less cars in their life. Well, but who's the better qualified mechanic? So if somebody's better qualified to be in a university level institution,
yeah,
you shouldn't go, well, this person was further from this than you were.
Well, again, that's taken into context. If the test taker was scoring, let's say a 1400, and then the person who was from adversity scored, a 1250, the 1250 person should not get it. The 14 person should get it.
Well, what about 1390? Shouldn't the 1400 person get it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying if it's equal, 1400 versus 1400, adversity score comes into play. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think they're the same person when it comes to their SATs. And also, I don't trust any fucking bureaucracy. So whoever the fuck is up there making this adversity score, fuck you. That's a fake job. That's a fake job. You're going to assign points to what you think is hard about a life. What if that person grew up in a good neighborhood, but they're molested young?
I agree. I agree.
That's adverse as fuck.
That is a gray area where you start scoring things that aren't necessarily scored. You can't necessarily put it on paper.
What about that? What about a young lady who was molested for years?
Yeah.
Drives through that, but lives in a good neighborhood?
Yeah.
It's not like that's impossible.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's adverse as fuck.
And that's what I'm saying. There is some gray area in this endeavor, but I think, again, where it has in its essence, I think it's on the right track. It means well, but again, I would want to see the results.
Wi-Fi at the building of whoever's doing this.
Speaking of hamster wheels, if you happen upon some roadkill, if you kill roadkill, or
wait,
no,
you do it?
No,
or?
Let me just say the fucking prompt. California law SB 395 allows residents to eat roadkill if they accidentally killed it.
Oh, really?
It goes into law on January 2021.
In California?
In California. So if you're driving down the road and you hit a fucking dog, you can take it home and eat it.
I don't think that's the aim. So on the East Coast, there are similar laws, but that's because they have millions of deer.
Yeah.
And you hit the deer, but you don't have a tag to hunt deer. So people are leaving carcasses on the side of the road.
Right.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you should eat a deer with a Chevy emblem on its forehead, but the overall spirit of it remains. So is there like some sort of animal outbreak that we don't know about going on somewhere that they're trying to address?
Hamsters.
It's hamsters?
I don't know. Gerbils?
I lived in Arkansas. I'm pretty sure I met a couple people who ate hamsters and gerbils.
I would eat it. Yeah.
A hamster?
Yeah.
Like,
Why the hell not?
You're talking about like if you're homeless, the end of the world, the power's gone.
I'd eat one tomorrow.
No, you fucking wouldn't. I would not let you.
I would eat a hamster tomorrow. Come here, Fluffy. It's going down. I mean, so let's say, I mean, I totally get the intent and purpose of this law is for, deer or, bear, whatever the fuck you hit while you're driving down the road.
Imagine.
These big game animals.
Yeah.
That you just happen upon, just fucking hit it and oh shit. And you can leave the carcass.
Or you can get in big trouble for having a dead animal.
Yeah. So, but
even more if it's a human.
But the prompt begs the question: if you hit a cat in your neighborhood street, are you going to eat it?
No.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not? Because it's a fucking feral cat.
So
I wouldn't eat a cat if
that
fucking Bobby Flay prepped it for me.
That's what boiling water does, right? It kills germs.
No.
That's how it works.
No.
That's why you boil baby bottles, right?
Yeah, because you're talking about
Sterilizes
germs for a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it. Did you know if you don't cook a bear right, you'll fucking die because of the bacteria from the animals they eat? Some animals have been eating other dead animals, and the boiling water won't do shit for you, and your dick will fall off, and you'll get halitosis.
But they ate the dead animal that was rotten or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so that puts bacteria and stuff in their body that they can handle.
But they die?
Yeah, you hit them.
No, well, before
I know.
the dead animal.
No. Some animal stomachs are tanks, bro. And we do not compare.
Oh.
Look, when's the last time you licked your asshole? If you come too close to an asshole, you'll get pink eye. My dog puts his nose in his asshole, clears that shit out, inspects it with his good eye, and doesn't get pink eye, bro. No, we're pussies in the animal kingdom, dude. If it wasn't for our thumbs and brains, and me and you are dicks.
Yeah.
But no, dude, we don't compare. You can't eat dead animals like that, bro.
Oh.
You'll die, dude.
Damn it.
Dude, if shit ever hits the fan, I need you to find me.
So what's the point of like passing this law if you hit a fucking animal?
They don't want people getting in trouble for hitting animals that you're supposed to have tags for.
Okay.
Like certain hogs or deers or bears. That's kind of what. But what I feel like is that only goes places where animals are out of control. Like like in New Jersey, people can't go 80 miles an hour without hitting a fucking deer. California
is very diverse, so I can totally understand why we would have some animals that are just fucking running across the border.
I get that with the border. Those animals, those border crossing animals. No, but usually there's a specific motivation, and I wonder if we're missing that. Like, I wonder if is there a deer outbreak in the north, in Eugene? Oh, that's Oregon.
Overpopulated in this area.
Yeah. Or are they going to change? Conspiracy theory hat.
Yeah.
Put your tinfoil hat on.
Oh, here it's on.
Are they going to change the there you go.
It's on.
Are they going to change the classification of illegal immigrants to animals? And then they're going to make it legal for you to fucking run over immigrants?
That's horrible.
Yeah, see? You never know. What's the classification of an animal?
Creatures that lick their own assholes?
Dude, if I could, I would.
You'd be
No, I wouldn't lick
under
my
a bridge
asshole,
somewhere, just.
but I would
never to be
definitely
seen
suck
again.
my dick. I think once or twice. I don't think I would do it a lot, but maybe I thought that about jacking off when I was a kid.
Maybe they get bored. I don't know.
But I understand the spirit of the law.
Yeah.
But I want to know why. Why is that happening? What are they looking out for? What's coming, dude? What do we not know?
I don't know.
Don't you get nervous?
No.
I have panic attacks about shit like this.
Well, I do have panic attacks about government overreach.
Yes.
And before we conclude today's show, I know I want to spend some time on this because it's becoming a resurgence in popularity as far as controversial topics go. We just recently talked about the Georgia heartbeat ban.
Okay.
And we just learned that Alabama said, hold my beer, and they went along with it and made it even more restrictive. The most restrictive abortion ban in the nation. And it just blew my fucking mind that this is becoming a thing, and there's just so much drive behind the abortion thing. So I did some research, and I really wanted to understand Roe v. Wade. There's all this conversation about Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade's going to be overturned. It's going to be retried in the Supreme Court, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, what did it really say? What the fuck is going on? So I did some research for you guys because I know you guys are all fucking lazy as shit and don't want to understand unless it's spoon fed to you. So allow me to polish this silver spoon. Roe v. Wade focuses on the right to privacy under the 14th Amendment. Private choices as such between a woman and her doctor are protected by the Constitution from public scrutiny and government intervention without compelling state interest. Ergo, if there's no reason for the government to get involved, It's none of their fucking business. And that is what Roe v. Wade is. It's nothing about where life begins.
Yeah.
It's nothing about birthright. It's all about privacy. So in that sense, Roe v. Wade, I'm kind of like, huh. And I think that the new angle that a lot of these conservative right-wing people that are pro-life, what they're going to try to argue is that Roe v. Wade is not applicable towards the life of the fetus.
Yes.
So they're going to say the life of the fetus deserves to be born. It has the right to be born. And because of that, abortions cannot be legal. And that's the angle that they're going to attack in. And to that, I say, go mind your own fucking business. It's none of your fucking business as to what another human being wants to do with their body, whether it be taking drugs, whether it be staying at home with their fucking blinds open, watching porn in their living room. If it has nothing to do with you, mind your own fucking business.
I have a lot of feelings about this because I don't think let me state, initially that I'm pro-choice.
I am also pro-choice,
Okay.
if you have not noticed.
But I think the abortion topic is way deeper than that. I think it's extremely complicated. I think that I'm a big believer that if a law needs to be enforced equally or it can't be enforced at all. So if I kill a woman who's pregnant,
Yes.
at whatever limit they decide abortion is good or before,
Yep.
you can't charge me for a double homicide.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
Because we've already said in the law that that's not a life.
I agree.
That's one body, and that body's going to choose what it wants to do with its body. I took that life. So
Yes.
you can't, no more double homicide shit. No more, if that's the route we're going. I think the abortion conversation, and I don't want to have it right now. I want to have the conversation about Republicans and what they're doing. I think it's very, very fucking complicated. I think it's way deeper. And I can understand people taking approaches on topics that don't apply to them because of the way our law works. It's a slippery slope.
Yes.
If this law passes, yeah, that's her body, but now we're going to start enforcing laws or creating laws that will eventually get to me. You know how I believe, like, one day they took away the guns, and yeah, fuck them. One day they took away the beer, yeah, fuck beer. One day they took away cigarettes, yeah, fuck that. But then one day they're going to take away something you love.
Yep.
And the whole time you were a pacifist, you were.
Yep.
So I have those stances, but as far as abortions go, again, like, I don't want to get into it. I think it's really, really fucking deep. What I think is going to happen here is I think the Republicans' plan, I know what their plan is. Their plan is now they have the Superior Court.
Yep.
So they're going to start as many little wildfires to
Yep.
get to the Superior Court, and they think they're going to win in the Superior Court.
Yep.
I don't know that they're going to win in the Superior Court. I don't think it's as assured as they think it is. But two, I think once it gets to that level, the country beneath them is going to fall out and go extremely Democrat, because I don't think the majority of our country actually wants to revisit this issue. I think it's going to backfire. I think it's going to be the Republicans, Balsy Ford. What was that girl's name? Like that you don't believe her? That bitch. Like,
yeah, the Kavanaugh woman who...
yeah, thank you. I
yeah.
think that they're putting all their eggs in this basket, and I really think America's moved on. I think that they are smart in creating a negotiation point at where an abortion should no longer be legal.
Yes.
I think the 6 weeks thing is fucking bullshit. Like, I think that's stupid, ridiculous. But if they were smart, they would take that approach and try to negotiate that and get back to their moral compass, if that's what they think they're feeding. Whatever the fuck, I don't know what the point in bringing this back up to them is. But I think that this trying to strip abortions from America is going to really backfire. Because I did look into this too. There's a lot of abortion is not mainstream worldwide.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, civilized countries where it's still extremely fucking illegal and there's harsh punishments. So the world as a whole, as the way I look at it, is like people as a species don't agree on this. It's not about religion. It's not about nationality. It's not about ethics. It's not about economics.
Yeah.
As a whole, across the world, we don't know how to deal with this yet.
Right.
But I think the Republicans are gonna, the pendulum's gonna swing back hard for Democrats if they make this their talking point.
That's an interesting call. It should be very interesting to see how it plays out. I had that same thought about the election of Donald Trump and seeing like we're going to go way far right and it's going to drive everyone way far left.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that yet. And I think
it might be
a result of that is the revisiting of abortion and Roe v. Wade. And I'm kind of worried that it will not play out the way we're hoping it as far as being pro-choice. So it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out. And like you're right, I think you're totally right. It's a much larger conversation, and I really would like to dedicate a whole episode because I think it's easily we can talk about.
I want to keep
it
going
for an
with
hour.
what you said though.
Yeah.
About it being about overreach.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm not Republican or Democrat, but what I was described growing up is the premise of the Democrats is to provide as well as they can for people at the bottom of the tier.
Yes.
Okay? Republicans are supposed to be free trade, small government, shit works itself out, the fat trims itself.
Yes.
So,
both good theories.
both good theories, yeah. And
Yes.
they're supposed to check each other.
Yes.
They are supposed to go back and forth and check each other. But
Yes.
this meeting in the middle shit isn't really supposed to happen the way Obama did. And that was one of my frustrating things with Obama, but that's
Neither here nor there. Go.
But small government, free trade. I just got an email yesterday from my supplier that does all my aluminum and metal that because the tariffs hit, they got to go 20% on me.
Yep.
So my dollar, I was told with Donald Trump being as president, my dollar would go further.
Yep.
Okay. My dollar has now gone much shorter.
Yep.
The person I talked to for advice and guidance on these types of things says, well, you double the cost of your materials. So if your material went up 20%, you're making 20% more. But that's not true. That's true for no new deals. But old customers, I can't hit them for 40%. If it's $100 sign, I can't hit you for 140.
Yeah.
Because you see 40%, I got to go, well, 20% goes to the tariffs, and then but no, what they do
don't
is go,
fucking
you
matter.
know what? We were going to order 20, we're going to order 8. So I lose money.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, me charging them more, they're going to charge whatever the fuck they do more, which is going to charge more, so now my burger is going to go up too.
Yep.
Okay, it's just going to inflate across the board.
Yep.
So my dollar is coming up short with this president. Drastically.
Like his fingers.
Okay, I guess I've never shook his hand. I bet he's got bigger hands than me. But small government now.
Yeah.
Now you're doing this shit. Now you're in my home,
Yeah.
telling me what I can and can't do.
Yep.
Again, abortion might not be the talking point to have this conversation, but across the board, Republicans from California to New York are trying to get in our fucking bedrooms,
Yes.
and not just on this abortion talk.
Yes.
On multiple things. Look at the fucking last attorney general was trying to make weed illegal.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it's already illegal on a federal level, but he was actually attacking it.
Yeah, he's always been a huge proponent for making it outlawed. Yeah.
If you're small government, don't fucking tell me what I can smoke.
Yep.
And I don't even smoke weed.
Yep.
You know, if you're free trade, stop fucking with the economics of life. Stop fucking with capitalism.
Yep.
This isn't the party that I was told about.
Yep.
And I don't feel like the Democrats have been the party I've been told about for a long time, but this is supposed to be the Reagan of our generation, the ultimate Republican, the free trade, go get them, market advancing motion, and we've been robbed. And by the way, you're wrong about that fucking church too, bro.
Which one?
Well, a lot of all of them, but a lot of Republicans down south were Catholics, and turns out they were wrong about that shit too. So I just wanted to pile that one on while I can cherry on top of the Sunday.
You're welcome.
But it's just like I got to thinking. You seem to be a Democrat by definition.
On the surface level, it appears that way. Yeah.
And
I don't like labels like you do, but yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the original Constitution of Republicans is something that I can live with, but I would want to do more social services. I think you should get hurt and go on, not welfare. What is it when you get hurt? Disability.
Yeah.
I think that's dope as fuck. I think you should get welfare for a year. I think sometimes life takes a turn and you fuck up, and we should spot you for a year. You'll get back up, pay taxes, and someone else will need it.
Yeah, that's the American way of life. I think that's agreed. Yeah.
I think you and I need to start new political parties where you get rid of fucking religion. I'll start the new Republicans. You start the new Democrats, and
Make a new America.
and we never meet in the middle.
Okay.
Because that's where shit goes wrong.
Okay, so by definition, fuck you.
Yeah.
Cool. We agree.
Thanks, man.
Fuck you.
Love your dick.
Oh man, it's an exciting episode with a lot of things to cover, and I really look forward to continuing the conversation, including government overreach as well as the abortion conversation, because it's only beginning to heat up, and it will continue on. And I'm looking to get out of here, but before we do, I just wanted to pass it over to Motion one more time to get back on your soapbox. Anything else you want to add today?
Friend and I had a fun conversation. We were like going nostalgic about like junior high dances.
Oh.
Because I was thinking about high school dances, but that was all like trying to finger blast some bitch, you know what I mean? So, but like junior high dances, all my junior high dances is just me and my best friends and all the pictures. Like just having fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was the best of times.
You and your best friends as in male friends?
No, our group was very diverse.
Okay.
All white, but no, I'm just kidding. But it was like I look back at old pictures and it was like my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
But the junior high dances were like you're just kicking it with your friends. And then I thought of two things. One, the first junior high dance, I was in 6th grade and I saw these 2 8th graders freaking.
Oh, nice.
Right? And wires touched in my brain. And I said, I don't know what that is, but I know that I want that. For now on, forever, I'm going to convince a girl, I'm going to trick her into letting me do that to her for the rest of my life. That was my first dance experience. And then the second one was 8th grade dance.
Okay.
My best friend's dad was driving us to our 8th grade dance. And Date Rape comes on by Sublime.
Oh, no.
And he turns it
Thank
down.
you, K-Rock.
Yeah. He goes, boys, I think it's time we had a talk. And I was like, hey, Dad, we learned about fucking in 5th grade. And he goes, that was easy. Turns it back up.
All right.
You have any positive energy, fun feeling, nostalgic memories?
I was always an awkward kid. I was very much a social outcast. I mean, 7th, 8th grade, I was pretty much a social butterfly. I was friends with everybody, and it was beautiful. But I didn't belong to any group because I belonged to every group. Does that make sense? So in that sense, I was very much a loner. I didn't have like my core best friend. So I remember going to my 7th grade, it was my first dance ever, and just not knowing what to expect, what a dance was going to be like,
right.
except which is what you saw in the movies.
Yeah.
What you saw in movies, what you saw on TV. And then I got not super dressed up, but nice shirt, nice pants, and went to the dance and realized that there was the hall where the dancing was actually taking place. And then there was a room where there was a pool table. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go poke my head into the dance room. Saw that there was no one I knew or people I was going to have guts enough to ask to dance with. I didn't know how that fucking worked. So I was like, I'm just going to hang out in the pool room. So from 7th and 8th grade, all the dances I went to, I spent playing pool.
That's dope as fuck. I wish they had a pool room. I remember getting ready for a junior high dance. You remember the music video, not the song, but the music video Honey by Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to buy a fucking Sea-Doo tomorrow. I don't know how, what, or where.
Funny. I remember that music video.
But I was like, I need one
I
of those.
need a Sea-Doo.
It's a very active
cool.
time.
Oh, man, it was a great time.
That's what I got, man.
Cool. As always, want to thank you all for joining us here in Pound Town. But before we go, we want to remind you to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to help the show grow. Visit our website, socialnuisance.com, for all the latest episodes and find our social media links to Facebook and Instagram. Not to mention, sign up for our emailing list to keep in touch. Lastly, don't forget there's power in numbers, and together we can be a nuisance towards the betterment of humanity. Invite your friends to Pound Town and help the show grow. We'll see you guys next time on the Social Nuisance Podcast. Catch you later.
Love y'all.